should be live on YouTube now as well. Let me just see. Raphael, BBJ, Dodi, good morning team. How are we doing? Right, so we'll map out the charts in a second. One thing I'm going to say is Fridays, one of my least favorite days to trade, um, statistically and results wise. So we'll be taking it steady. Um, right. Okay, let's take a look at what is going on. So let's start with the daily chart. Um, let so first things we're going to say, where's the most recent resistance? Over here. Most recent daily support through here. So on the basis where we currently sit, we're seeing market producing higher highs and higher lows, if you can see that. Um, and we are now what I'd say getting closer to the bottom part of the cycle, meaning if we see buyers come in, higher probability of the market starting the next impulsive move higher to push price back up towards these highs. Um, Morning Abbey, morning Barrington, Discus. Yeah. So, and this is the gold chart, by the way, guys. This is gold. So, uh, I predominantly trade gold and DAX on in the morning and gold and Nasdaq in the afternoon. So based on what I'm seeing here on the daily, we're in a corrective movement right now. So my bias would remain to the upside, but the question is, I'm happy to trade long and short at the same time once I get my setup. Yeah, good morning, guys. Peanut, you having a laugh, mate? So yesterday on the live stream, so I must have got asked 100, times, isn't it a bank holiday? So I think Peanut is just taking the piss from yesterday's session. I hope so. Okay, so listen, let's make something else clear as well. I don't talk about fair value gaps. I don't talk about ICT. I don't talk about smart money concepts. I don't use indicators. Uh, I won't take any grief off anyone. You want to start slagging matches, I just block you. Um, this is what I do on a daily basis. Um, you don't agree with it, then you don't have to be here. If you've got actual questions about why I do it and the thought process behind it, then please ask away, and I'll be happy to divulge in why I do that. I'll give you all the rules to my setups as and when I take them. You'll see me place trades live should a setup occur. Um, you're not going to see a lot of trades from me, okay? You'll anything a busy session for me, and when I say a busy session, I'm referring to the entire session, not just the live stream, would be like 2 to 3 trades. Okay, some sessions there'll be no trades, so obviously I can't plan that. It just depends what the market is giving me. Okay. Hold on. Can gold be traded with leverage? Yeah, it can be traded with leverage. The thinking trucker, morning buddy. Vic, how you doing? So what strategy do you use to trade them? Just pure price action. You want to see my setups? Here's the setups that I use. Let me just move those for you. So there's my setups. I'll make them bigger so you can see them. Um, I'm a very simple trader, guys. Very, very simple. I don't profess to make. I'm in crypto, just wondering. Um, nice. I don't trade crypto. Um, I try and make things as simple as possible. And the reason I make things as simple as possible is because the simpler it is, the easier it is to follow the process. The easier it is to follow the process, the easier it is to be consistent. Well, I'm buy zone. What time frame do you use? Hi, I just started trading on my real account. I don't have enough equity to trade AU yet. That's all right, buddy. Whatever you're trading, just trade at the minimum lot size. Don't force things. At the minute, I'm working my way from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame. Okay, so this is daily. I would generally place my orders on the M15 to M30, occasionally H1. So looking at this, we're in a corrective phase on the daily right now. Go down to the 4 hour. Now, the 4 hours is just looking a bit choppy and a bit noisy. All these candles here. Look, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to map this bit out for you. So this area here on the 4 hour chart is how many people on Earth. Um, I have no idea what that has to do with what we're looking at. But anyway, Samson, do you know we're in a trading live room? So I'm not quite sure why you're asking how many people on Earth. Maybe you thought you were in a different room. Sean, good morning. Could you go through those 5 points, Gaurav? Yeah, I'll go through them as and when they set up. Samson, if you're going to talk about the amount of people on Earth, then listen, please change rooms, mates, because I don't have time for this, and I'm sure other people in here don't have time for it. So last time, and then I'm just going to boot you out, mate. It's a simple process, mate. We're here to talk about trading and process. Um, no waffle. Okay, so this to me is just mess and noise, a lot of carnage, a lot of traffic. So if you're trying to trade based on this time frame in and around this area, the likelihood of you getting triggered in and triggered out is pretty high. So looking at this based off the 4 hour, I would want to be buying above here. I'd want to buy above here. Um, Selling, in theory, I'd want to sell below this. If I was looking at it, I'd want to sell below here and try and fill this wick, and then I'd wait for the next move. But obviously, I didn't sell that, so I'm just gonna take that one off for now. So I'm just gonna leave this one in to say buys above. Let's go to the H1. Now the H1, we're seeing a little bit more space to trade into. So last resistance I see is here on the H1. Okay. Last support. Keep going. Looks a bit choppy on the H4. Yeah, it is too choppy on the H4. So H1 looks good. So I'll be looking for buys above here on the H1 as it stands. Buys above. In fact, let me just go to the 30-minute before I finish that. I would be looking to exit here. That's if I'm taking this based on a setup. 30-minute. Okay, we're going to adjust that slightly. So that's what I'd be looking for. Okay, so today, if we can get during this session, I'm not sure about looking for shorts based on where we currently sit. Yeah, I'm not a, I think, okay, shorts potentially underneath here. Right, let me just zoom out a bit more. Okay, shorts underneath here. I'm going to leave 46, actually there's 60 points there. How long did it take you to start trading and how long have you been doing it for? I started end of 2009. I was a swing trader predominantly till 2020 when Trump came into power. Then when he came into power, let's just say social media, Twitter, tariffs, all that crap, then COVID, just everything just made my systems not work. So I changed from swing trading to day trading, and I've day traded ever since. Um, so I'm going to look for long above here. Buys above 3357.41. Buys above 3357.4. Let's call it point 0.5. Okay. I'm gonna let me move those out of the way for now. I'm gonna look for cells below 3346.5. Let's see what news we've got coming in. Morning, guys on YouTube. How are we? Uh, news, 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 news. No news is going to affect this today, so no major news. Only thing that's going to affect this today will be the geopolitical tensions, Trump statements, Israeli statements. But in terms of like scheduled news, there's no scheduled news that is also that's going to affect this market. Okay, so there's no scheduled news. So that means no economic data that's going to affect this. So on that basis, we will just trade it as we see it until something changes. Okay. Um, I also used to trade swing trade on the daily until COVID volatility smashed me. Yeah. Yeah. Vic, look forward to seeing you at the weekend. Anyone that's interested in two day trading course, we've got a few seats left at the in London this weekend. Um, we only ever do small courses, but there's a few spare. If anyone's interested, you can see that on my stand store. Um, Copy. Um, there you go. So if you want to have a look, there's a few seats left. It's just going to be a two day trading course on how to use price action, all my setups, rules behind it. So everything that I'm doing here on a daily basis, you're just going to get it broken down into the simplest format. Hey Cleggy, morning mate. So yeah, we're looking at opportunities above 335750 and below 334650. Now, I need to see a close below this price or close above this price in order to take a trade. Uh, could you trade on here? I'd leave that one alone. Okay, so let's just have a look at the ranges we've got to work within based off the 15. So the next structure point here is 336210. That's around 50, just short of 50 points, 47 points. We just scaled out twice by then. So we've got plenty of room. Um, so course details, what's included, everything is on that standstill link. Just scroll down. I think it's the bottom one, I can't remember. How do you manage breakouts versus fake outs above below your levels? Okay, so this is a great question. User, let me see if there's a name attached to that one. ib.vc. So that's a really good question. So let me just use this level here as a way to show you how I'd what color we let me see what color this is. It's going to be green, I think. Okay, so let's say that's our breakout. Yep. So our breakout's occurred. We've closed above the level. Um, there's the wick. Okay, so my breakout rules are pretty simple. Candle closes above. Ignore this space over to the left-hand side. I want to see clear space to the left-hand side, meaning big-bodied candles. If I've got big-bodied candles and clear space, not stuff like this here where it's just very messy, then the next candle, as long as the next candle moves lower first, like this, I will then place a buy order above the high of the breakout candle. So I'll place a buy stop order here. Okay, so if that happens, buy stop order, and I'm looking for this to happen. Okay, so that happens. Then I'm triggered, and then I move my stop from here underneath the low of this candle. Now, let's just say that as it moved lower, it didn't then move higher. So it just did this. So I don't get triggered. but then it gives me this kind of setup. So if that was the case, then all I do is I run my false break setup, which would say if there's clear space below this candle, then the next candle I have to see it go up like this. If it does, I place a sell stop underneath the low of this candle, and I'm looking for the market to then move down and trigger me like this. Now, if it doesn't, and it just keeps going higher like this, then guess what? I don't get triggered. Now, there's times where you will get triggered and you'll get stopped out. That's nature. But the idea of me waiting for the market to go down before it goes up or up before it goes down will stop me getting caught in those false breaks. Yeah? So hopefully that makes sense. Um, how do you... Yeah, so does IB.VC was that? Yeah, did that make sense, buddy? Um, do I think gold is going to buy from 40, 45? Um, I don't know, but look, buyers came in here previously. It might sell off if we get a close below here. If buyers come in, I'll be buying it as we get above here. So this is what I would call my no trade range. Okay. So uh, yeah, my no trade range. Um, everyone clear on Binny? No, I don't talk about fair value gaps. I don't talk about ICT. I don't talk about SMC. It's not my style. If you want to talk about those things, I suggest you find a Smart Money Concepts or ICT channel that will stream live for you. Is my weekend course free? No, it's not, buddy. No, unfortunately, I do value my time and knowledge a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. I don't mind doing frees on a daily basis here. So if you want to learn from just tuning into these frees, then absolutely. Um, but my weekends, I'm giving up time with my family. So, and it's like a one-to-one basis if you think about it. It's very personal. So unfortunately, no, the courses that I do are not free. Um, uh, Gaurav, can you just do your question again? I don't quite understand it. Couldn't you get triggered on both ends, the buy and the sell? No, because you cancel one order for the other. If you're in the sell, if you take the buy, then obviously you manage it according to the buy, and then if it is a false breakout, then potentially yeah, but you're not going to be in both at the same time. You'd never be in two trades at the same time, or I wouldn't. Sells now. No, I need a close below. But uh, so for example, now if this wick closes below, if the wick closes below, or if the candle, will the price go back up? I've no idea, mate. I really don't know. But this wick here is a big issue, right? This wick here is a big issue. So you may find price just touches it, maybe even takes out the lower bit, and then comes back up into the range. Would you sell order? Would you set sell order just below the line? No, I don't set any orders until the market's closed below. Um, and then we'll see. Now, like I say, this wick here is a big issue because price could just test it and then reverse back up. So on Fridays, as I told you, I'm a bit hesitant on Fridays. Um, I just don't like Fridays. Statistically, the DAX is popping. Ooh, let's have a look at the DAX. Hmm. No, I'm not keen on the DAX at all at the minute. So we'll skip on the DAX. To be fair, I'm not that keen on gold at the minute down here. Um, Definitely gonna look at price to potentially reverse from this area. We're 3344.41. There's only a 30 pip range in here. So then you've got to account for spread below. Um, yeah, I think 25. Um, I will use 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and H1 to place orders. Um, Occasionally, I'll use a daily, but that will be more for a flip style entry, and I'll explain that in a moment. So, for example, and then I'll manage it on the lower time frames. What time does it open? What time does what open? Will the price go back up? Answered that. So, for example, now if this wick closes below, well, a wick can't close below. Remember, it's always the body. All right. Um, so let's see what happens. But if I was to take one trade this morning, my preference is going to be for buys above 33.57. I'm not interested in the shorts, to be fair. Let me just go back to daily. Yeah, so my preference would be for the market to rotate higher and then take a sell. So I'd be interested in the buys above here, as I've highlighted. And then after that, I'd be interested in looking at maybe a sell or continuation, depending how the market moves after it gets above here. But where we currently sit right now, I'm not interested in the sells. Um, there's not enough room from this wick down here into this area. It's just, I think you're asking for trouble based on my rules. It's going to 333, then I'm all in 333, and then you're all in terms of you're buying or selling once it's at 333. Uh, Daily support I've got down here. Uh, I mean, Mark it out and watch, bro. Listen, I'll just take your word for it, but you go for it. It's it's not something that I would. It's not something for me, mate. You just keep doing what you do, and listen. If you're all in, wishing you super luck, mate. All in is a very what's the best way to say it without sounding rude? gambler's mentality. So just be careful, mate. I don't want anyone to blow any accounts. You just need to, yeah, definitely not financial advice. Never ever go all in on anything. Yeah. Full port Fridays. Yeah, it's definitely some 333.818 to be precise. Frosty FX. Love it, mate. Man's laying his balls on the line. Let's just hope you literally aren't going all in. I don't want to see any sad news tomorrow. Um, put me last 12 quid on the slots and won 4.2k. Oh, don't blow it now, mate. Don't blow it. Use that 4k to do something good, bud. Sometimes you do a bit of good luck, right? And it sounds like you just had yours. What layout should I have on my chart on MT4 on my iPhone M1, M5, M15? Look, um, on your iPhone, I would never trade just from an iPhone personally. You have to do. I like to map things out, take it very, very slow, and then wait for the setups. So listen, now this market's taken the lows, and as you can see, it's taken the lows. Whether it closes below that level or not, for me, doesn't matter now because it would have to break that low to then run down into targets, and there's just no room for me to get any targets. So that's me out. 15 lots, 100k account. Yeah, I'm a nutter, but we love it. Sweating now. Oh man. Yeah, definitely got some characters in here. It's good for the engagement. Um, so look, we did get a close below. We have got a close below, but I'm not going to take this trade on the basis that there's no room for me to take profits down to 33.41. So this is where rules looks like it's going down, lots of liquidity levels below. Okay. I'm into buy, bro. Okay. Guys, you have to apply your own rules. Whatever your rules are, I haven't traded myself. I've lost lots of money from groups. Look, trading groups signals they're dangerous. Following just setups. So look, let's get rid of this. I don't want people to think that we're selling, even though it was a potential setup. It just came too close to where I'd be taking first TPs. So NT, yes, we do teach, but it will be exactly like this. I do courses as well. I do usually 1 or 2 courses a year. First one is going to be June this year, next weekend actually in London. Um, I don't do a lot of courses, usually created by, let's say, demand, and it's never a big course, anywhere between sort of like 5 and 10 people. There are a couple of spaces available for next weekend here in London. Funded accounts, yes, the best funded account out there at the minute, guys, and it's not a demo account. Let me just share it with you. Where is it? Okay, these guys. So those are those that like funded accounts. Ah, damn it. This is one to look at. It's instant funded accounts. NT, you can get into my course. Go to my stand store. It's on, in fact, do I have the link available? Yeah, so the course is that if you just go on to the, oh, where is it? I think it's the bottom one. I think it's the bottom one on the stand store. The top ones are either membership or instant funding, copy trading, and free channels. But yeah, Instant FX Capital by far the best funded account out there. And the reason I say this, um, they pay out, number one. Quite a lot of members and non-members I know that have used it have been paid out and get paid out very quickly. There's no daily drawdown limits. You're not buying a demo account, you're actually opening a live account with the brokerage. You have to go through KYC and AML, so it's a live account instantly. No bullshit. You can hold positions overnight. You don't have to use a stop loss if you don't want. You can use EAs. Um, you can hold over the weekend. No daily drawdown limit. The drawdown doesn't move. What do you call it? Uh, as you make profit, the drawdown doesn't come up with your profit. So, for example, if you make 5%, um, if you make 5%, your drawdown is now 15%. It's a static drawdown based on the account level you go in at. Uh, and what's the other one? There's a few things. The only thing they really don't allow is arbitrage. So if you are doing arbitrage, they're just going to block it and close the account. So waiting for um, if waiting for change of character at 3375.5. If yes, do you mind sharing why? Bit Stand store. No, stand store is effectively it's just a store. So it's where you click on and you'll see my free services and my paid for services, and then you just choose any of the things that are interest to you. So if it's you want to join my free Telegram channel, you just click on the free Telegram channel. It just means that I use one link and you can see everything that I have to offer. It's just a stand store. It's like going to Amazon and finding a load of different products. You can buy from anyone on Amazon, but it's just a link. Does that make sense? NT. What platform? This is TradingView. I don't trade through TradingView. I trade through MT4. Um, um, The link is here. You should be able to see the link in my profile as well, but you'd have to copy and paste it because I don't think TikTok allow you to click on clickable links. So you just have to copy and paste it. Um, uh, yeah, but like I was saying, in terms of funded accounts, definitely Instant FX Capital. The they're the best if you want conditions that are the closest to trading like your own personal account. Because at the end of the day, right, where you're going to have the best success is anywhere that has the most flexibility. Um, because if you've got 4% or 3% daily drawdown limit, then that's a big tie-in. If you don't have daily drawdown limit, then you you've definitely got a lot more room for error. Doesn't mean just go and start moving your stop losses and things like that, but what it does mean is um, you've got a little bit more flexibility in terms of when you do go through a drawdown. What's the difference between MT4 and MT5? MT5 is just the latest version. There's a few tweaks in terms of how you manage your trades and things like that if you're using mobile or tablet. Um, MT4 is the OG. Mm, really, it doesn't make any difference to me. They're both the same for what I use them for. I just use them to facilitate placing orders. That's it. Hi, I'm new to trading and use Axie Broker. Are these okay? Yeah, Axie are quite good. Um, I know them. Yeah, they've got a good selection of assets. They've got a lot of liquidity. Based in Australia. Um, yeah, spreads are usually pretty tight. So yeah, I know them. How much do they cost, i.e. 50k account? Just go to their website. I don't know all the costs. Sorry, listen, all I know is yeah. the rules. Ernest Paul Michael, I have an Apex 50K account but have not tried. The evaluation is future is good for that one, or should I cancel? Again, I don't know Apex, so apologies for that. Um, I use eToro, but yeah, Jimmy mate, eToro is a absolute eye-watering. Do yeah, get away from eToro. eToro is a shit show, to be fair. Um, I can't seem to pass my funded account. Daily drawdown is the worst. Well, look, if you're constantly failing with the daily drawdown, then you need something a little bit more flexible. Use Faha or User AF. Um, then have a look at Instant FX Capital. What is the best copy trader software? I use Social Trader Tools. Um, well, it depends what you mean. If it's for you to copy onto multiple accounts, I use Social Trader Tools. So let's just say I have one account and I want to copy onto multiple other accounts of mine, then I use Social Trader Tools. I know some people use Trader Connect, but yeah, I use Social Trader Tools. I think they're brilliant. Hi, Born, how you doing? Um, what's your opinion on Blueberry Funded? I don't know about Blueberry Funded. I know Blueberry. Um, know the CEO of Blueberry. Um, decent guy. Worked with him before. Dean. Yep. But I don't know Blueberry Funded. Daily DD is to guide. If you can blow an account on daily, you should review your strategy. If not, um, look, I mean, if you're blowing on daily drawdown, then you've obviously got a little bit too much risk in the marketplace. So just look at your risk and how you can amend it. If you find that you can't stay within 3% daily drawdown or 4%, then you need to alter your risk or find something that permits you to allow more than 3 or 4%, whatever it is. Well done, bro. I love what you do, man. Thank you. Can I copy on Social Trader to copy trades from my funded account? Yep. So listen, what funded accounts don't like is they don't like you. So I failed quite a few funded accounts by copying from my account onto their accounts. They don't tell you until you send for an invoice and then they fail you. Or they won't allow you to use things like, so I use Magic Keys. Some of my members use Trade Assistant and some use Dane's Trades. A lot of funded accounts will let you use them in the evaluation stage, and then when it comes to the real one, again, they don't tell you until you send in an invoice. You send in the invoice, and then they go, "Oh, you used an EA." I'm like, "I used Magic Keys." Um, yeah, well, that's not allowed. Have a look in the T's and C's. It's all just nonsense. There's loopholes for them to get out of you paying, get out of them paying. Then there's other things like profit consistency rules. So these are things you have to watch out for. Where let's say you invoice for 10 grand, one of your trades can't be bigger profit than say 2,500. But if you've taken two trades within, let's say, 2 to 5 minutes of each other, they'll combine those two trades, and if they've made more than 2,500 combined, they'll deduct those two trades. But if those two trades were taken within 5 minutes of each other and they were losses, guess what? They don't deduct them. So they want the cake and eat it. So just be very wary, guys, on the the platforms you choose. Uh, DAX. Look, I'm not I don't like the DAX chart at the minute, so it's just too messy. Uh, let's see what happens with gold. I'm gonna set my alert up here. See if we can get a close up here later. But like I said, Fridays are funny days. Let's go back to the alerts. Message. Da, da, da. Gold breakout long. Oh, Now, look, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you my rules for the long. So I've set my alert for up here. I'm going to go over to here, I'm going to pull in my breakout long, and look, so this is what I'm looking for. I'll just make it bigger so you guys on TikTok can see it. But so let's map it out. So we're looking for resistance and a close above. So daily daily resistance. Resistance, as you can see, I mapped out here. I'm looking for a close above on the 30-minute time frame. Let me see if the 15, yeah, 15 or 30-minute time frame close above, because the level is the same on the 15 or the 30. So if it closes on the if it closes on half past of the hour or the hour, then the 15 and the 30 will always close above at the same time. So you take your pick. If you're using the 15 minute, then your 15-minute stop loss will be a lot tighter. Okay. Yeah, screen size is much better on YouTube. So if you do want to follow on YouTube, you can do that. Um, so use again, if you want to see where I am on YouTube, just use that standstill link. Um, click on the link here, or copy and paste it, and then scroll down to YouTube and just join us on YouTube. Um, I will go live again today at 1 p.m. guys. So Born is my company I trade through. Ah, nice. Um, yeah, so what was I saying? Young Thug, good hi there. Property 24, Lord Prince, Rejoice Lina. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining in. We've not taken any trades yet. I am favoring a move to the upside on gold. I'm going to wait for a close above 3357.5. And these are what my rules are. In terms of trade management, um, I'll always take money off and de-risk at 10 pips. Okay? Take money off and de-risk at 10 pips. Um, and then we'll see what structure remains. I would close my full trade here at 33.68. I mean, that for me, I doubt I would get that high, but if I did, I'm going to be so happy at getting 50, what's it, about 100 pips. Literally 100 pips would be monster returns. Um, okay, what app for trading would you suggest to beginners for trading with my own money? Jimmy, look, it's not about apps. So the one app that you will have will be MT4, MT5. It comes down to choosing your broker. So once you choose your broker, first thing to do is, if you've never traded before or you're a beginner, I hate demo accounts, right? I hate demo accounts, but there is a purpose for them. The purpose, um, I'm not sure, Born. They should be posting. I think most people are posting on TikTok, to be fair. Guys on YouTube, just is there anyone else that's going to ask questions, or is it just Born? Um, yeah, the purpose for demo accounts is so you understand how to place a trade, move your stop loss, move your targets, close some of it down. If you make a mistake, what to do. But other than that, you do not use demo for anything else because it will build a false sense of security. You know, you might make $100,000 trading demo, but really you're probably doing, there's no risk involved, there's no strategy involved. So demo accounts are purely just to understand how a broker's platform is used. That's it. Once you know how to use the platform, then ditch it instantly and trade at the smallest risk there is, which is 0.01. Okay, and you want to be able to see that you're making some kind of inroads. So you want to see some positivity, follow some in terms of results or consistency. You want to create a trading plan. If you don't know how to do one, then listen, that's where you start watching some YouTubes. You watch something like myself, where you see someone that just repeats the same shit every day, every session, and you go, oh, this is boring. He's doing the same thing every day. Well, that's what you want. You want someone that is doing the same thing every day. Okay? You don't see Tiger Woods changing the way he swings his golf club every day. You don't see um, what Harry Kane striking a ball a different way every day. You don't see Roger Federer changing the way he hits a tennis ball every day. Um, these are things that you just perfect and you do the small things con well on a daily basis, and the bigger things will happen, i.e. the money will. YouTube, right, guys? YouTube is just trade and train, but if you just click on my stand store, so there's the link, I've just posted it. If you click on that, you will be able to see my YouTube link in the stand store. Paolo, there you go. There was someone I missed a question. Let me go back. Not that one. Uh, I use four traders. Have you heard of it? I haven't, to be fair. I don't know them, so apologies for that. So yeah, listen, guys, we're looking for, or I'm looking for longs above 33.57. So we'll see what happens. Um, we're just waiting for the market to do whatever it needs to do. Yeah, so Born, it appears that most people are on. Yeah, are you seeing buy momentum in AU? Are you referring to Aussie dollar there? Is that what you want me to look at? Is it order blocks? Wrong channel, mate. Don't talk about. XAU. Yeah, I'm seeing potential inflows coming in, but yeah, so order blocks, fair value gaps, ICT, smart money concepts, all of that. I don't trade it. I have no intention of looking into it. So guys, if you are going to talk about that, please go find a different channel. And that's not me being rude. It's literally, it's just not what I do. So it'd be like you wanting to play darts and we're on a tennis court. Set up demo last week, won 803, put in 100 quid real money this week, lost it in 3 days. Okay, so that's a prime example. Who is it? Age 1210. So that's a prime example of what happens when you go from demo to real, because the the idea is you don't really understand risk, and whatever you were playing at with demo, you just then go and replicate it. But the difference is you're probably trading with a lot smaller account. When you go to a personal, then your risk parameters change, and then you also start to have different emotions. So the emotions that you'll experience with real cash is different to what you'll have with demo. Demo, you're just trading, you look at it going, you get a bit excited because you've made 100 quid or $1,000, whatever it may be. But then when it's your own cash and you've put a few hundred quid in or a few $100, all of a sudden you're looking at it going, oh God, I don't want to lose that $50 or that $10. And then it starts moving against you. So you do things that you shouldn't really do. So um, that's the problem with demos. Can you buy now? I mean, look, you can buy anytime you want, but I'm not buying until I get a close above 3357. Okay? So that's my rules. This is what I'm waiting for, um, and I will do exactly that. And we will look to place orders as and when that happens. Got to fly now. Cheers, Vic. See you maybe later on at 1 p.m. So guys, I will be going live at 1 p.m. today. Um, if you, in fact, I tell you what, if you want to join me at 1 p.m. today, I need to see a shitload more likes in this chat. Get me over 3K likes before we wrap up at 7:45, and I'll go live at 1 p.m. Um, okay. This is pretty flat today. Pretty flat. I mean, what we're seeing was got gold down. It's 220 in Singapore, high Mikey in Singapore. Um, for once, we may be nearly as humid in the UK as you in Singapore. How did you learn self-taught or course, and did you have a light bulb moment? We're in the UK, Mikey. So best instructors I had, probably Larry Williams was my best instructor. He's still instructing now, but I don't really trade like him. This is gold. Um, I don't really trade like him anymore. What I have taken from Larry is hey, hey Terry, how you doing? EA trades, morning Mark. At what point would you call it a day, i.e. number of trades? Each session, 1 to 3 trades. Um, uh, in your prior screen setup, you had BPC. Yeah, BPC just stands for breakout, pullback, continuation. Um, so Larry Williams is an amazing trader. He's probably what 80 something now. And I was with him for about 2 or 3 years from 2012. Um, Amazing guy, won everything there is to th in terms of trading championships. Traded on the Chicago Mercantile for 40 odd years, I think it was. Very, very mechanical based. Traded commitment to traders, creates a lot of his own indicators, trades seasonality, trades trading days of the month, not the date, but trading days. Um, so I got a lot of concepts from him initially. Um, Then I traded with two other guys, one called Andrew Brody, who worked at Bank Nomura, Japan Bank, and then Julian McCree from Fidelity. Again, both very similar in the way they approach the market. Um, Andrew Brody was just a pure mechanical trader, um, nothing else, just pure mechanical, meaning it was an if done process. If this happens, I do that. If that happens, I do this. If that happens, I do that. So very much like a computer. Um, Julian McCree was similar, but he would be what I would call more of a sentiment trader. So once his sentiment was set up, meaning once he got his set up from his commitment to traders or his seasonality. So seasonality, you would use it for timing. So you'd have, let's say, periods, days, or maybe a week where you're looking for price to start to rally. And in that time frame, so you get sweet spots where you would expect dollar to strengthen, or you'd expect gold to strengthen, or you'd expect um, dollar to weaken or pound to strengthen. Times throughout the year where this happens consistently. So, for example, gold, very strong buy signals around November to sell in February. Okay. So in November, you wouldn't just go ahead and buy. You'd want to have a look and see how is the market performing this year based on previous times where the market's seasonal period is a bullish period through November. And if it's very, very similar, then you then start to apply your technicals. So this is where you'd apply your sentiment analysis. You'd overlay it on the chart. You'd look at it, go, right, okay, we're pretty much according to previous years where we've seen the market follow through in that. And now we just start to apply our technicals and then our mechanical setups in that instance. So obviously I don't trade like that now, but the process of being mechanical, which is why I have this, it stops there being gray areas, unlike my beard. Um, right, questions. Do you do mapping, use SNR price action? Yeah, just price action. Price action trader, just looking for markets to break structure with clear space to the left-hand side. Very, very simple. I'm a simple trader, guys. I don't make things complicated. I don't trade a lot, but the reason I keep it simple is because it's easy to stay consistent. Chasing SARS, thank you. Um, okay, so it looks like people are starting to talk now in YouTube. Um, but yeah, so like I said, there are a couple of spaces for this weekend's course in London. If you want to ask any questions, you can do that by dropping me an email or direct message me on any of my socials, and I will It's not this weekend, sorry. It's the following weekend, 28th, 29th. That's my email. Which sessions do you normally focus on? So London session, I trade with my members. I just don't do it on a Friday, hence I'll do a Friday live stream. Um, on socials, requested as a guest. I don't do guests, unfortunately. Um, do you do any online courses? Cleggy, I do the membership, which is online, and we're just discussing everything. Um, I generally don't do online courses just in case something's misconstrued, information's not quite taken down right. I might look at it in the future, or I might record the course while we're at it. Um, yeah, I'm on Telegram. I do have a free channel on Telegram. My membership is on Telegram as well. So if you just click on the Standstore link, you can access the free Telegram channel through that. There'll be updates sent. Again, I'm not massively active on the free. Do I live trade? Yeah, I'm just waiting for a setup, chasing stars. I'm not going to trade because you want me to trade. I'll trade if the setup comes. So I've got an alert above 33.57. I think over the last 13 or 14 live streams, we've taken 17 or 18 trades and we've had two losers, one break even, and 14 or 15 winners. So um, that's where we're at. We're on a 30-minute time frame at the minute. I just don't I'm not a fan of this chart at the minute, so I'm just waiting for price to get back above 33.57. Yeah, live streams on TikTok and YouTube. So live streams on TikTok have been doing very recently. This is my third week. YouTube I've been doing since, I don't know, mid-Jan, Feb. Um, what's your channel name on Telegram? Uh, if you go here and click on that link, Born, you should be able to. I think it's I don't know which one it is. You just see it. There's a list of things, and just see it'll just say free Telegram channel. BTC, Bitcoin. When range is London session in uh, Cash Money Mo? When range is London session in? So Eastern time will be what, 5 hours behind? So it's going to be like 2:30 a.m. now in Eastern. Yeah. Do you look to the left and trade the history? I look to the left for clear space, and I look to the left for structural points, most recent support, most recent resistance. And then if we get above or below that, I look to the left further for the next most recent resistance or support. And that's where I'll be wanting to take my cash out. Average trade time, very quick, 10-15 minutes. Uh, because it's usually a TP1 break even or or a loss. Yeah, but it's generally pretty quick. Right, what's happening? Not a lot. Pretty quiet session. So I am gonna wrap up in about 10 minutes, guys, because I've got to get my daughter ready for school and do the school run, um, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will know all about doing. But yeah, it's been a quiet morning this morning. No orders placed. We're just waiting for the market to do chasing stars. Look forward to it, buddy. Whereabouts are you based? Are you based in Thailand? Andrew, good morning. Lovely. Okay, well, I'm I've never been to Thailand. It is on the places to visit. We're in London. Uh, yeah, UK London. Before oh, before N. Do you find that London doesn't provide as many pips as the NY session for gold? Um, I usually if I get a trade in the London session, recently it's been around 5:36 a.m. is where I've been getting the trades on the London session, and then there's not been too much between 7 and 8:30. Sittingbourne, Kent, nice. I have business here and have time to learn more about trading. Oh, lovely. Philippines, welcome, Philippines. Do you know Ian Whitaker? Is he a trader or is he, who is he? Um, Guys, just one thing to be aware of. In terms of people messaging you on social media, I will never message you, right? I will never message you directly. Unless you message me, I will never message you directly. So if you ever get someone that has my profile picture and is just reaching out randomly to you, just remember that probably a scam. Yeah. So just be wary if it's someone reaching out to you, um, pretending to be me or trade and train, and then starts to um, oh, lives in Wimbledon. Yeah, I used to live very close to Wimbledon. Lovely. Can you talk about your monthly membership? Um, yeah, I mean, look, monthly membership is we just do 6 live streams per week. Outside of what I do here, we have a members community. We have swing trading. So we do a 8 to 9 p.m. UK time swing trading session for New York close. We have a trade setup channel for educational purposes. All recordings are posted live in one of the channels. The members channel share charts, ask questions. Me and the team will always respond, share setups, and then we have like a success group where members share their successes, their wins, their losses. Sometimes it's good to share your losses so you can, you got a shoulder to not cry on, but support. Because the one thing about trading is it's very lonely. Why people always look for channels and things within trading is because it's a lonely business. You're at home, you're at work, and anyone that you probably want to speak to about trading probably thinks you're stupid for doing it. They'll say, "Oh, what are you doing that for?" 70%, 80%, 90% people lose money. Um, it's a very isolated industry. I remember when I first started, my parents and all that, they started laughing at me, what are you doing that for? Da 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 da. And then, so a couple of years, 3 years down the line, you end up start trading money for them. Um, it's a very funny industry when it spins around. Um, what's that? What time later? It'll be 1 o'clock. It'll be 1 o'clock. Yeah, because we've smashed the number of likes. So thank you guys. Appreciate that. That must mean you're. So stop loss will be set depending on the candle that happens. So for example, let's say we've got this candle close like this, and it could be a 30-minute, a 1 hour, it doesn't matter. So let's say that's the candle that closes. We've got our breakout. We're happy. Um, Candle looks like this. Right, my rule means that the next candle has to go down. So the next candle goes down. As it goes down, we then place our order above the high of this candle like that. Ignore the red line, it just means that's the order. Our stop loss would be here initially, and then as buyers come into the market and start to do this, as soon as it triggers, stop loss goes from here to here. So de-risk very, very quickly. And then 10 pips, Stop loss here, half out, and then we trail. Okay, that's what I do. You saw the sell yesterday, but closed early. Nice. Are we still going bearish or we wait for bullish move? I'm only looking for bullish move, guys. I'm only looking for buys above here. I'm not looking for anything else. I'm not that interested in the market, to be fair, at the minute. I need to see. I need to see a little bit of bite coming back into it. I don't like it down here. I'd be happy to trade above here, but we'll see. Yeah, there's gonna be no Born. I'll see you around 1 o'clock later. Thanks. Greetings from Mexico, Ronald. Good morning. Ooh, bloody hell. What is it? About 2:30? 2:30? Can I buy now, bro? You can, as I say to anyone, you can buy anytime you want. Just um, do it responsibly. If you've got a set of rules, or if you're buying just because you want to buy, then I'd say don't buy. Um, do I trade GU? No, I only trade gold, DAX, and NASDAQ. I don't like the DAX charts at the minute. NASDAQ I won't trade until the afternoon. Um, daily. To be fair, I'm not even really. All right, if I was to trade the NASDAQ, I would be interested in sells underneath here. But again, I'd wait for the afternoon, and that's it. I'd only be interested in sells underneath here today. I wouldn't be bothered about any buys. Um, so maybe we can get a sell this afternoon on the Nasdaq underneath 21,641. Gold, looking for buys up here unless we get some kind of change. I don't like this area. So yeah, no, it just be buys above here, guys. That's me today. What is my trading strategy? Um, I'm a price action trader. All my systems interlink. So they're the systems that I trade or strategies that I trade. Um, I did a detailed explanation on all of them yesterday. So if you want to have a look at that, you can do that by either watching my yesterday's live on YouTube. So look at the 18th. Is it the 18th or 19th yesterday? 19th. So look at the 19th, and you'll be able to see that. That's on YouTube, guys. Uh, so this morning, I've got to go in 2 seconds, in 2 minutes. YouTube boring. It's the same thing, mate. It's the same thing. Maybe just less chat. So it depends. If you're here for the chat, then stay on TikTok. If you want to see the screen in more detail, then I'd say use YouTube. But at the end of the day, it's your preference. I don't mind where you watch it as long as you're getting something from it. Um, yeah. So look, you want to see if you want to go to YouTube, then click on that standstill link. Scroll down to YouTube. Okay. Teaches a bit more on price action from time to time. Yeah. You just need to log in, guys. I can only teach what's valid there and then. Okay. If you have a question about a specific setup, like I said yesterday, there was a detailed breakdown on each one of these setups on YouTube. Well, not on YouTube. I did it here on TikTok as well. Um, one feels lonely. Okay. Right. Any questions before we wrap up, guys? Ready for a buy? Not yet. My alerts are set up here at 33.57. Have you heard of us invest or US invest? No. What is it? JS invest? No. Let's have a look. J JS Invest. No. Uh, is it a UK company or one in Pakistan? Um, can I buy now with $100? I would recommend it. They trade for you. Um, I would check them out very much before you do anything like that. Yeah, I wouldn't be so keen on that, to be fair. I think the best thing you can do is learn to trade yourself. Why buy Nasdaq? I wouldn't buy below, I would sell below. I'd be interested in selling below here. Not buying, selling. But that'll be on this afternoon session. Yeah, not to do anything now. Yeah, well, we'll speak about that later because there's no point now. I don't trade the Nasdaq in the morning. I wait for the US to come. What do you think about Vantage as a broker? I see most, what's the best way of saying it? Most signal providers, whatever, they all seem to send everyone to Vantage. They offer silly bonuses. So I don't know. I don't know. They seem to be popular with signal providers. What's the zone to buy? There's no zone to buy. I just want to close above 33.58, basically. I close above 33.58. Okay, guys. Well, listen, have a fantastic morning. I need to go and wake my daughter up now. I've got to get her ready for school. Um, I will be back at 1 o'clock. Appreciate you all logging in, and sorry it's been a quiet morning. There's not much we can do when it's quiet like this. Kingy, how you doing, mate? Um, welcome back from yesterday. Guys, I'll catch you later if you're free. Thanks for your time this morning. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the engagement. Take care. Bye bye. YouTube, bye guys. I'll see you later.